name is Calissa Bliss, and this is the Kinky Corner. As you can see, today I am in a cosplay. Does anyone know what this cosplay is? Well, for those of you who maybe don't, I have based this off of Nezuko. Now, it's not an exact Nezuko cosplay because she actually wears, well, I'm wearing a dress. Nezuko wears a kimono. Now, I have the actual cosplay, but it just, I didn't buy the best quality of one, so it just didn't fit in a great way. I think I accidentally bought like the child stitched one. I don't know. It was just really weird. It just didn't fit a grown-up body, it seemed. It was just kind of wonky. But anyways, whatever. I didn't want to buy another one and it end up the same way. So I figured, you know what? I'm just going to do something different. I don't need to be Nezuko exactly. I'm going to be Calissa still, just in a Nezuko kind of way. So I bought this dress on AliExpress, I believe, and I took pieces of the cosplay, the actual Nezuko cosplay, and just kind of slapped it all together, and, well, it looks kind of cool, right? Now, the reason why I picked this cosplay, for those of you who are familiar with this anime, which, by the way, is called Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Now, for those of you who are familiar, you would probably know why I picked this character. But for those of you who are not familiar with her, Nezuko Kamado, well, it is because she is always gagged. That is why I chose her. Now, of course, since I'm not Nezuko, we'll just call me Calissa Kamado. Yeah? Now, this is the gag that actually came with the cosplay that I bought. It's hard plastic. Now, Nezuko gets turned into a demon. I mean, this is stuff that happens in the first episode, so this is not a spoiler of any kind. Like, you can find this in, you know, when you go and you look it up, it's the beginning of the anime. Nezuko, she gets turned into a demon, and first thing that happens is to keep her from eating people, her brother shoves a bamboo piece to her mouth. Now, technically, the way that it looks is like more of like a muzzle. Like over her mouth, right? But I kind of think that it's more of a bit gag, or like a bamboo bit gag. That would make more sense to me. Especially because it's ribbon, you know, I don't know. But anyways, a lot of the cosplays come with a thing where you can just like bite onto it and it just like stays there. I was surprised that this one did not come with that, but that's boring. I didn't want that, so I had this really cool idea, and I've talked about this before, but I decided to make my own bamboo bit gag made by me. So, before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and complete my cosplay with this gag, because the cosplay would not be complete without the gag. Super cool, right? So, this gag created by me. I'll go ahead and just put this on. Because like I said, the actual character is gagged throughout most of the show. Like, pretty much the entire show. I mean, obviously, I'm, like, caught up with the anime. Not so much, like, the manga, but I caught up with, like, the anime. So, you know, if you're caught up with the anime, then you'll know some stuff. But if you're not, then I'm not gonna try and spoil anything. Let me get this tied. It's silky satiny ribbon, so you know. There you go. So, now, here we go. Got my bamboo bit gag in. So, this is my bamboo bit gag. Now I am in the full Nezuko cosplay. Now, there are moments in the actual anime where Nezuko is like drooling through the gag because she smells humans and demons eat humans. It's their food source. It makes them stronger, and she's trying to resist her hunger and her urges to eat humans. So you like see her drooling, and it's like dripping down her face. And every time I see scenes like that, I'm like, okay, I see you. And this is a finish. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a little bit more to this than, you know, a little bit more to this than just adding to the story. I'm getting a little bit extra. And I say that because there's also a character in the show that wears some thigh-high socks. Alright? It's a nice long thigh-high socks. And anybody who knows anything about like fetish and stuff is that like socks are also a fetish. And the character is actually given the socks by another character. And he says, he's like, if they get torn up or anything, tell me and I'll give you more socks. And I'm just like, I know what's going on here. So, anyways, moving on. I made this bit gag myself. So, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. So, what I did was, I contacted a seller on Etsy. They were selling bamboo. It was sets of 5. It was like 4 or 5, I believe. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, I feel like maybe I'm missing one. Yeah, I'm totally missing one. I got another one somewhere. I think it's all in that bag. Totally is. I'm gonna go get it. I think it's in that bag. I'm gonna get it. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go grab that other one. I gotta be right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Totally was not in that bag. So, I don't know what I did with it. Totes. Don't know. Maybe it was just 4. Couldn't have been. Maybe it was. Oh well, anyways. So, yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, anyway, so, okay, so anyways. right? So I contacted the seller on Etsy. I'm totally getting off top. Contact the seller on Etsy, and I will put a link to their shop in the comment section. But I contacted them, and they were just selling the bamboo, right? Dried, sections of bamboo. It was in specific links, and I sent them a message, and I was like, hey, listen, I'm trying to do this cosplay, and I really want to make an actual gag out of actual bamboo. I was wondering if you could get me some pieces that were maybe of different thicknesses, right? Some thick, and like some medium, and some small, so that I would have different ones to work with. And sent a picture of Nezuko, and they were like, oh yeah, totally, how about we do this specific, and everything. We talked back and forth. Super nice, like they're super cool about it. And I paid it on, and they sent it, and I got everything, and color was perfect. And then I got down to business with the next steps once I had it. So that was the first step. So then the next step was I went and got some ribbon from Walmart. You can get ribbon from pretty much wherever you can get ribbon from. Dollar General, Walmart, probably Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, any place that you can get like fabric sewing stuff. But anyways, so I got some ribbon, and I got soft ribbon, some nice ribbon, not some like that rough ribbon. I didn't want any of that. And then what I did was, now there's two ways that I did it. I did it in two different ways because I wanted to try out both ways. Okay, so obviously you need the proper protection. So you need to protect your eyes, most definitely, and you need the proper tools. So the first way that I did it was, and I didn't just like do it like that, right? I had it like set up and stuff, but the first way that I did it was I did it with a drill. This is not an actual drill. This is just a screwdriver, but this is just for effect for the video. So I took a screwdriver and changed the tip so that it would be the right size, because I was going to drill a hole in there, because in here it's hollow. You just got to drill in there. Let's put the thing, and then I'll just right. Then I gave it a good rinsing, get all that dust and stuff, and dried it off. Then I took the ribbon, and I had this metal thing, really soft and bendy, right? This, because this one had a bigger hole. So I was able to take this thing, I slipped the ribbon here, then I was able to push this all the way through there. Pliers if you need it. Go onto it, pull it through. Got the ribbon. And now you have a bamboo bit gag. So that was one way that I did it. Now the other way that I did it, because like I said, it's just a little wall there that you got to get past. So the other way that I was able to do it was I took a hammer, and this is not actually a hammer, this is just for effect. I took a hammer and nails, and I very gently, with the hammer and nails, with my setup, tapped into it, until I was able to bust through it. Once I busted through it, I was able to, slip the thing through. Just gotta use a thick nail. And if anything, if you have a screwdriver, thick screwdriver, once you got a good hole set up in there, you take that screwdriver and a hammer and just gently, carve away at it until you got a bigger hole. Yep, that's what I did. That's what I did. So, I am not like, that's what I did. There might be other ways to do it, but it worked for me. See? It worked out for me, and I did not get injured. So, this one's a big one, really thick. This one's a thinner one. Right? This one was like really the perfect size for a bit gag. This one's a medium one. I haven't carved holes or drilled holes into this one yet. Another one that I actually gave to my husband because he's gonna try and turn it into something else. Something different. So, yes. It all worked out super awesome. Now I have this handmade bamboo bit gag that I made myself that goes with my Nezuko cosplay that I threw together for YouTube. So, I might even make more of my videos with this cosplay because, this is just a cosplay character, so, and the cosplay character is gagged. She's literally gagged. All the time. Not for any devious purposes. It's just how the character is drawn in the manga and anime. And it's not a dirty, raunchy anime at all. But something else, I was thinking about doing something where I do some videos where I show you guys clips and scenes from anime that I've watched of some of the bondage and stuff that I've seen. For example, there's an actual anime, right? Off the top of my head, I don't remember the name of it, but it's basically, it's crazy. It's like bondage, but it's like, once these, you go up against somebody, and you play a game against them, and if you lose, you automatically become their slave. And I think there's college involved. I don't know. I started watching it a year ago. I didn't finish it, and I was gonna make a video on it a long time ago, and then, everything happened. But I was gonna do something about that, and then my husband was rewatching Fairy Tail, and Lucy Heart Failure gets tied up all the time. I just saw a scene where she was hog-tied, and I thought that was hilarious. And I'm trying to think of some others, because I've seen quite a few anime recently. So, if that's something that you're interested in, where we kind of just look at some anime scenes, I think that would be kind of fun to do. Like I said, this channel is not for me to just gag myself and do like escape challenges and stuff. That's not what this channel is. I want my channel to have more to it than that. I want it to have some substance, you know? So, yeah. But I think that this is cool. This is fun. I do have products coming from Bondage Living. They have not been sent yet. She's been very busy, but I've also been very, very busy. Too busy with a lot of other things going on. Crazy. But I should probably just go ahead and end this video, which I really hope that you enjoyed it. The gag, alright? As close as you guys can see it closer up. The bamboo, that gag close to Kamado. But yeah, like I said, some things to think about, you know. Looking at some bondage scenes in anime, maybe looking at some bondage scenes in movies and pointing out their flaws. For example, in Kill Bill Volume 1, she was tied up in a box and buried alive, but her wrists were tied in front of her like this, okay? And there was this whole thing where she worked so hard to get the knife that was in her boots up to her hands so that she could then cut the rope on her hands off, right? But the thing is, the knots were right there, and if she had just like struggled around a little bit, she would have been able to get to them knots and most likely got herself loose. Like, for someone who's so good at like killing people in those movies and stuff, right? That the things that irk me, right? That's so that it'll be like Family Guy when Peter Griffin does the news videos. You know what grinds my gears? We'll do something like that, but it will be the bondage in movies and stuff. Anyways, I guess I've dragged this on a little too long, but I guess it's just because I like being you know, in this character. I hope you enjoyed it. If the contacts were a little too much, I don't have to wear them. I just thought it would be fun and to wear them to add to the character. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. You know, the usual. And I will see you in the next video. So, until next time.